Hi everyone. Today I would like to address one of the questions that somebody that is subscribed to my channel asked me. And so she has a whole bunch of questions, but I'm going to start with number one. And it has to do with my previous video. So I will link the I will put the link to that video below. So then when you are interested to hear what is on the source of this question, then you can go and take a look. So she says, you said we are spiritual beings and we are using our body and mind on this earth. So I explained that, like, this is just like the vehicle that we use as the spirit to be able to have this experience on this planet Earth. But I explained that more in the other video, so go and take a look. So her question is, how can one become in charge of their body mind and identify their spiritual identity? She says, I mean, how to identify body, mind, and spirit. And that is an amazing question. And I am still figuring out the bottom of this. So I'm going to try to give you my take on it. So, how do we become in charge of our body and our mind? And it is amazing that we are already talking about getting in charge of our body mind, because most people, they think they are their body mind, that they are their body, they are their thoughts. We're not. Whatever is going on in our body, whatever is going on in between our ears, the thoughts that are arising, they come up and they go, and they come up and they go. They're not who we are. They don't identify us. They are just visitors. And how do those visitors come there? Because of our paradigms, because of our programming. So the first step, which we already passed, is the awareness that we have to become in charge of our body mind. And so I think a lot of people will understand with very simple examples, like when you're on a diet and you know that you shouldn't eat the ice cream, specifically not with the cream on top and extra cookies with it, but you can't help yourself, and your body goes there, and your thoughts are saying, oh, we start tomorrow with the diet, don't worry, you deserve it, it is not a problem, you can definitely do that. So our mind is fooling us, our body is fooling us, and before we know it, we're going to the freezer and we take a big scoop of ice cream, and there we go again. We're not in charge of our body at that time. Our body is in charge of us. So, how do you start to become aware of your body? It is the same as going to the gym. It takes a lot of practice in order to exercise that muscle. You have to have a will and say, no, 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 no. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to listen to my mind. And you have to understand, the moment you witness your body doing things, and the moment you witness the thoughts that are arising in your head, you are not them, you're the witness. You are seeing, hearing, feeling them, but you are not, you can't be it and also observe it. The observer is not what's observed. So it's a very philosophical question. And I always get like in my own, if I allow my mind to take a ride with me, and we talk about those rides all the time, when you are buying the ticket and you go on the ride, you're gone. You're on that ride and you have to wait until you're down there. There's no way of getting off the ride. So you better don't buy the ticket and you better don't get on the ride. So you wanna, when you see the ride there, you wanna just pass it. So awareness is number one. And so how do you identify that? Is by realizing that when you identify it, you are not it. If you're really still And you take a couple of deep breaths in and out, and you really focus. You bring your focus, your awareness from your mind to your heart. That's when you get in touch with who you really are. And so, calming down your nervous system, silencing your mind, and that doesn't mean that there are no thoughts arising. It means that you're not going to go on the ride with them. And it means that, let's say in this moment, my body wants to go to the freezer and take the ice cream. I am aware that this is my body that wants to do that. That's the program. My body knows better to go how to go to that freezer than, it knows it by heart. I don't need to say, go now to it goes automatically to the freezer, it goes automatically. So it's not something that you have to um, instigate. It just is there. Okay. So the identification with the body, with the mind, happens by awareness. So the minute you are aware of your body, aware of your thoughts, when you become the witness, that's when you know you are not the body and you are not the mind. And the minute you understand that, that's when you can start rewiring and refocusing. And again, I am still practicing. I am still going to the gym, and not even on a daily basis, on a minute to minute basis. Every minute of the day, I have to be aware. I have to be careful not to fall into the paradigms that are programmed and are not serving me. Because again, the body is a tool. The body brings us from A to B. The body brings us from where we are today to where we want to go. The mind, our thoughts, create our reality. Whatever you see outside there, that's what's going on inside of your head. So you can definitely use that for the better. So that is the thing. And I will use Dr. Joe Dispenza's metaphor, and I really like it. It's like it's like training a stallion. A stallion is wild, and like a wild stallion for sure. So you have to really rein it in. That's the same thing you have to do with your body. You have to train your body. And successful people, they will train their body that it does the things that brings them closer to their goals as a program. They will program good stuff inside of them. They make their paradigm something that's serving them instead of something that is not getting them to where they want to be. So everything, and that's where we come back to the non-duality, everything has two sides. One thing, I always use my cell phone, it has a back and a front, and they are equally, the measurement is the same. The left pole, the right pole, they are both part of one. Everything is one, the yin and the yang, but it is one. It's so, I'm still amazed how that works and how fascinating it is. So how do you identify the body, the mind, and the spirit? It is by awareness. When you become aware, when you are the witness, when you are the cause and not the result, whatever is witnessing is the spirit, is who you really are, the observer. What you observe, your body, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, everything that you can witness, that's part of the program. And it's a little short it's like it's a little bit more complicated than that. But I'm a very simple girl. I wanna have it like I wanna cut through the chase. For me, it has to be practical, and that's how I can work with it to make it practical. What I observe is not me. I hope this helps. And in the next video, I will address another question. And if you have more questions for me, please, please, please feel free to post them because I love answering all your questions from my point of view. I don't have all the answers at all, but I give you my opinion. I give you the way I see it, and I love to hear your opinion. If you agree, if you disagree, let's have a conversation. So, this is the end for this video. Have a wonderful weekend, you all, and I see you next video.